The First Coast's most accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, certified by Weather Rate, sponsored by AC Designs.
Well, of course, today nothing like 9/11, but a pretty stormy day. It's a hurricane for our friends in the southeast parishes of Louisiana. We're looking right now at Lake Pontchartrain. This is, of course, for those of you not familiar, this is just northeast of the French Quarter and, of course, downtown New Orleans. And this location is about 80 miles from where the eye has just made landfall. Let's take a look. We're going to go to Louisiana and we'll zoom in on where the stormiest weather is in the nation right now. And here's how it looks. Let's take a look. So we'll zoom on in, and do you see it? That eye is 50 miles wide. That's actually good news in a way. That's one of the reasons why the hurricane wasn't able to intensify any more than it did, but it has come ashore as a Category 2. Zoom in a little bit closer. So again, the shot I was showing you was Lake Pontchartrain, so on the south shore of Lake Pontchartrain, and here is basically New Orleans and the French Quarter. So hardest hit, the center of the eye went ashore about 30 miles on the coast, so about 35 miles south-southwest of Morgan City, Louisiana. For those of you all that know the coast, so it went ashore eastern half of Vermilion Bay to about Grand Isle. That's where the highest storm surge, 5 to 10 feet, sustained winds of 100, gusts to 120. In fact, Eugene Island, just to the east of where the eye came ashore just recently, had a gust of 105 miles per hour. And although weakened, or I should say at least not as strong, probably as a Cat 1, the eastern eye wall will hit the western suburbs of at least of New Orleans this evening. Now, for those of you traveling, tomorrow the wind's not as bad, but there will be some rainfall flooding, places like Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, Little Rock, possibly as far to the north as St. Louis. Lots going on in the tropics. This tropical depression just formed today probably will become Gordon. However, Gordon, expected to be, will stay over the Atlantic for at least the next week, so don't worry about Gordon. These two systems will get sheared apart. This system here, don't want you to worry about it, but I just want you to be aware of the fact that the nearest system that the Hurricane Center is watching outside of Francine, which is 600 miles to our west, this could be the next tropical storm. It's going to have gale force winds. If the Hurricane Center calls it tropical, it'll give it a name. However, although there may initially be reference to Jacksonville, I think it'll form about 500 miles east of us, and it will head toward the Carolinas. That motion could actually help us, but that's after we get rid of the wet front. So the wet front slides on through, then the tropical tail swings east. That's what's going to give us the thunderstorms on Friday. So tomorrow, still heavy showers, but the rain's maybe not quite as persistent as today. Thunderstorms could be right there Friday afternoon and evening, talking about, of course, high school football. And then as we watch that Carolina low form east of us over the weekend, at least it's not going to be as wet. We might even get to see some sun, especially on Saturday.